Everyone that is tuning in to our essential oils for your survival kit. I am Allie, and this is my husband Sam, and we are wellness advocates with doTERRA essential oils. And we also have with us Jessie, who is also a wellness advocate with doTERRA. She's an amazing leader, and we are super excited to share this content with you guys. So we're just going to get to it. Go ahead and share my screen. Okay. I think this will work. Perfect. Okay. So today we're just going to be learning about the top 10 essential oils that will get you through any situation. So I like to say whether you're roughing it in the wilderness or you're stepping on a Lego, you're going to be totally taken care of with these 10 essential oils. So the first one, if it's going to go, there we go. The first slide is just about what an essential oil is. So for those of you that don't have prior experience with essential oils, maybe you've never been to a class before, this might be a completely new concept for you. An essential oil is a natural aromatic compound that's found in plants all over the world. So not every plant has an essential oil, but there are thousands of plants all over the world that do. And even certain plants might have multiple essential oils found in different parts of the plant. So essential oils can be found in the roots, the bark, the stems, the leaves, the petals, many different parts of the plant. And the way that they're extracted is either through steam distillation or cold compression. So most citrus oils are distilled from cold compression, and other oils are distilled with are extracted by steam distillation. So essential oils are super, super powerful, and they're completely unique in the natural world for a few different reasons. They're 50 to 70 times more powerful than herbs. So if you've ever drank peppermint tea, something you can compare it to is that 1 drop of peppermint oil is equal to 28 cups of peppermint tea. So it's highly concentrated and really potent. And something really amazing about essential oils is their chemical makeup and how small their molecular size is. So the super small molecules that they contain can actually pass through your skin within about 30 seconds and get into your cardiovascular system, into your bloodstream, and they will travel the length of your body within about 20 minutes. So they're what's called systemic. They'll travel your entire cardiovascular system. And then they actually completely metabolize from your body within about 90 minutes. So when you're using essential oils, you always want to remember that less is more, and more frequently rather than all at once, or just, twice a day. Another thing that really makes essential oils powerful and unique in the natural world is that they can penetrate your cell membrane. So this is really important for fighting off and protecting your body from threats that reside inside your cells, as well as threats that reside outside your cells. And not many things can penetrate that cell membrane. So essential oils are an incredible tool to have in your home health toolbox. Okay, so why doTERRA essential oils? So I think if you asked each one of us this question, we might give you a little bit of a different answer just based on what's most important to us. But the main thing is doTERRA's standard for purity and potency, and they go above and beyond any other company in the world. And that's why doTERRA is the #1 essential oil company in the world now. Our oils are completely different from anything that's offered on the market. If you see in this pie chart on the screen, it shows you that the majority of the essential oils on the market are synthetic. So that's that big gray area. That means that most of these oils are produced in labs, and they're made for their fragrance. So typically the perfume industry would be using the most synthetic oils. You're also going to be finding a lot of synthetic essential oils in markets now, like Walmart, Walgreens, CVS. They're all going to contain essential oils that are synthetic. The next step up is food grade. So food grade essential oils are in that green area of the pie chart. And most food grade essential oils are actually used by companies like Coca-Cola and Pepsi. So they have to be generally recognized as safe for consumption. but they don't have to have any therapeutic value to them. And you don't really know what you're getting even still. It just has to taste a certain way and smell a certain way. The next step up from that is therapeutic grade. And so there are certain essential oil companies that you can find today that care about the quality of their oils and the purity of their oils. And so these are going to be considered therapeutic grade essential oils. However, since there's no regulation in the United States for essential oils, you still see a lot of issues with mislabeling with therapeutic grade essential oils. So you really have to know your company and know how they're sourcing and testing. And this is where doTERRA comes in. So doTERRA has set the bar and has set the standard for essential oils on the market. And they've done this with certified pure therapeutic grade. So this is a standard that doTERRA has created for their own essential oils. And what it means is that the plants are grown and harvested in their natural habitat, wherever that is in the world. Each liter of oil undergoes multiple third-party laboratory testing. So the basic amount of testing, I think, is like 10 or 11 different quality tests. And if they do see that anything is coming up questionable, they'll go up to 21 different quality tests. And this is unmatched in the industry. The oils are tested at 3 different times throughout the sourcing process. So they're tested once they're distilled, wherever that was in the world. They'll test them again once they come back to the United States, and then they test them again once they're bottled to make sure that the bottle didn't contaminate the oil in any way. And this is all done by third-party laboratories. And each bottle of essential oil can actually, it has a number on the bottom, and I know you guys are probably not going to be able to see this, but it's a 7-digit number, and you can go to source2you.com and you can type in that number and it will pull up the third-party test results for that bottle of essential oil, and it will also tell you when it was bottled. So all of doTERRA's testing is completely transparent, and that is also something that's really difficult to find in the essential oil industry today. So certified pure therapeutic grade essential oils are beyond organic because they are never grown with pesticides or artificial fertilizers or anything like that. But they're also verified to be free of pesticides and pesticide contamination after the fact. Since we know pesticides can travel by wind, so even if you're not using them in your own garden, they could come from somewhere else. So doTERRA makes sure that there's no pesticides present after the distillation process, and they also make sure that they're free of fillers and other foreign contaminants and heavy metals. So this is why we've chosen doTERRA in its most basic form, and I know that we could probably talk about it for like an hour, but we won't. Okay, so let's get into the best essential oils for survival. Jesse's gonna start us off here.
All right. So one of my favorites is lemon. And so as Ali mentioned before, the citrus oils are cold pressed, and these lemon, the citrus oils, comes from the rind of the fruit. So the cool thing about lemon is that where a lot of people will put some lemon juice in their water to sort of flavor it and give it a little kick, that can be really acidic and hard on the enamel and on your teeth. And the great part about the lemon being sourced from the rind is that there is no acidity. So it's a little bit sweeter, but you still get the benefits of the lemon and the great taste. So lemon is one of my favorites for congestion and keeping all of your airways free and clear to breathe. It's great for cleaning and really getting on those hard to clean spots. And it's one of my favorites for when your kids get gum stuck in their hair. It's just fantastic for getting that stickiness out and letting you move on with your life and not giving your kids a buzz cut. So I love the fact that it's great for your respiratory function. And because it's a citrus oil, it also promotes a positive mood. So, you're sick and you're congested and you put the lemon on and immediately you can feel both a physical and an emotional reaction. You're not so bummed out about not feeling so great. And so it's a great one to have on hand. It's probably one that I go through the fastest because it's so tasty and gentle and therapeutic.
Yeah, and I love too that it's such a gentle detoxifier so that it will support the urinary tract and the liver and the kidneys to function optimally. So that is such an awesome oil to just like drink all day long.
Yeah.
Don't drink it straight out of the bottle.
Don't do that. No.
Just one
No.
drop in your water.
Yep, one drop in water is great. So the next oil is Melaleuca. And so Melaleuca is tea tree oil, and it's sustainably sourced from Australia. And it is renowned for its cleansing and rejuvenating effect on the skin. It is awesome for your immune support, your immune system. It's also great for when you're actually feeling under the weather, helping you fight that off. It helps to protect against environmental and seasonal threats. And it's really easy to use because it's a gentle oil. Just like, Jesse was saying with lemon, it's a gentle oil. So it's really simple and practical to use on a daily basis. So if you have like a skin irritation or anything like that, you're going to apply 1 to 2 drops of Melaleuca just directly onto the affected area. It won't burn or anything, so it's really awesome that it's a disinfectant, but it doesn't feel like alcohol. When like you get a cut and you have to pour something on it, Melaleuca is great for that, and it ends up actually speeding the healing of that wound. It's awesome just to add to facial cleanser or shampoo. It's really great for scalp health and just all around like hair care. And it's a super powerhouse for like antibacterial, antifungal needs. So if you have any sort of toenail issues, then definitely applying Melaleuca to those areas will help to support healthy fingernails and toenails and purify those areas. And then over time, it will actually strengthen your nails. So it's really awesome. Do you have anything you want to add for Melaleuca?
Oh yeah, just with the skin stuff, any skin abnormalities that you wish weren't there. So scarring, warts, moles, Melaleuca can be helpful in minimizing that.
Yeah, and it's also great for bug bites. So if you have any sort of bites going on, you can apply Melaleuca straight to that area. So really just like definitely one of my top first aid oils.
Yeah, and it's on the survival thing because it can be used for cuts, even bloody cuts and things like that. So it's very practical.
All right, Jesse.
And so now we have lavender, which is also another one of my favorites. They might all be one of my favorites. So lavender is fantastic. I have a chef in the house who constantly will burn himself while he's cooking. And it is so fantastic to have something that can help ease the pain of a burn, because like as soon as it happens, it kind of hurts, and then it doesn't, and then it just slowly creeps up. And the lavender is just an immediate soother for any sort of irritation like that. I also have a child in the house, and it's great for calming. It's calming and relaxing qualities are fantastic. And so when any of us get out of sorts, lavender's just a really easy oil to inhale or to rub on the back of my neck to just bring myself back to a little bit more of a calm state. And then of course it helps promote better sleeping. So, you can put some on your pillow. You can put some on the bottoms of your feet, especially on your big toe, and that will help you fall asleep easier and stay asleep in a deeper sleep than you may be used to. So it's so nice. And again, this is a really, really gentle oil. So there's not going to be any worries about skin sensitivity or anything like that. It's great to use for your little ones to help them sleep. As well. And then one of my favorite ways to use it is to add it to Epsom salts and take a bath, because it's like the most relaxing thing ever. And what better way to like get ready to go to bed than to just really be able to like relax and unwind and add a little muscle tension easing.
Yeah.
I don't know how to
like that.
use your muscle tensions.
Yeah.
Yeah, just that calming feeling, you know, it goes throughout your body. So it gets rid of all the different types of tensions that you might have, whether
Yeah.
they're, you know, mental or physical.
And how about for allergies?
It's awesome. It's a natural antihistamine. So if you have allergies, I just learned this little trick the other day, and it has made such a big difference. When you're suffering from those allergies, your eyes are all watery and everything's itchy. You just put a little bit right here under your eyes, and it helps so much in it taking that itchiness away and helping your body to function properly and deal with that reaction that it's having.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And so since it's like an antihistamine, then it would be great for rashes too.
Yes.
Or, you know, anything. I know you already said burns, but like if you're out, if we'll put it into like wilderness terms here. So if you like get yourself stuck in some poison oak or poison ivy, then lavender would definitely be the one you'd want to grab from your first aid kit.
Right.
Yeah. And athlete's foot as well.
Oh, really? Athlete's foot?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Yep.
And then it's a natural pain reliever too. So it's going to be great for headaches or anything that's pain related.
Yes.
Lavender is super, super versatile.
Mm-hmm. And if you're adventurous in your cooking, it's really good in food. So I like to make my own lavender lattes because they sell those for like $6, but I can also make one for way cheaper.
And how do you do that?
With milk, coffee, and a drop of lavender.
Nice.
Just mix it all together. And then I'll add a little bit of honey to make it, you know, just a little bit sweeter, but it's very tasty.
We did lavender lemonade the other day and it was really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. My husband, has made a few different dishes with the lavender oil, and I've been really impressed with the flavor.
Super cool.
Yeah. It's fun.
All right, so Allie told me that to come up with 10 oils for survival, and I kind of kept thinking back to peppermint as kind of a surprise, like ultimate survival oil, because it affects, there are some oils that affect like every system of the body, but peppermint really has so many diverse effects. And I mean, my first essential oil experience was with peppermint, just by putting it in the palms of my hands, rubbing it in, and breathing deeply into my lungs. So that's kind of its number one thing, is to support your respiratory function, to clear your breathing, open up your airways. Everybody, when they breathe it in, it's just like, it's a powerful menthol effect, and it just opens up your airways, and you can feel your whole head kind of brighten up and everything like that. So it's kind of one of those oils that's cool to have a hands-on experience with, because it's really powerful and you really know that you're experiencing something when you use peppermint. So beyond that, it's great for digestion. If you're having stomach upset or intestinal issues, you can rub it right on the affected area, on your skin, over your intestines, or over your stomach. And because, like Ali was saying, the molecular size is so small, it'll actually penetrate into those organs through your skin. And there will be evidence of that when you burp.
Sometimes, yeah.
Obviously, it's everybody knows the flavor of peppermint. It's used in toothpaste and gum and stuff like that. But when you actually get it in essential oil form, it has oral health benefits. It's good for your gums and stuff like that. It's also amazing on sore muscles. It's, like I said, it's a really powerful oil. You feel it right away. So applying it directly to your sore muscles is going to give a pretty much instantaneous icy hot effect. And the oil is at work in your muscles to actually relieve that tension and to soothe the muscles.
Yeah. What I love too about that, applying it topically, is if it's super hot outside, because the peppermint will cool you down. It will feel like, you know, the that it's evaporating off of you and it gives you a cooling sensation. So it's really great for hot days.
Yeah.
Also great for fevers. Lavender and peppermint together would be awesome for fevers.
Right. Yeah. Using them in conjunction. So lavender and peppermint for allergies and even skin issues like hives. So the other thing too. Okay, this is like the male survival. When you said survival, I was like, okay, what do you mean? Like lost in the woods, like you were saying. Like that's where I instantly go for survival. So I just learned today, peppermint has a really low flash point, which is the point at which it's flammable. So peppermint has a flash point as low as 120 to 130 degrees Fahrenheit. So if you isolate some of the oil, a few drops on some leaves.
Can you chew your gum
Heat
enough?
that. Well, it's got peppermint in it. It's a slim
It's got peppermint in it, right?
Yeah. So if you actually are really in a bind, you need to start a fire, peppermint can actually aid in that. And there's some essential oils that can aid in that. It's pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
That is
Good thing it's on
awesome.
news, Carl.
Right. So in addition to being powerful for sore muscles, it's really good for tension in general. So for headaches, it's really powerful. Even if you have the worst headache ever, applying the peppermint to your skin is going to distract you from how bad your headache is. So
Yeah, definitely.
start every day with a huge breath of peppermint and you'll have a better day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love taking peppermint on walks, especially on hot days, because with just that one drop, you can do what Sam was talking about with inhaling it. So it's automatically opening up your airways and getting you ready to, exert a little bit more energy. And then just rubbing the excess on the back of your neck, it cools you down while you're walking. And it's just, it's great for stuff like that.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay, we're on guard. So on guard is your ultimate immunity oil, immune function support oil. And so we touched on Melaleuca before, and this is a great oil to use in conjunction with Melaleuca because of Melaleuca's protective and immune supporting effects. So again, On Guard is awesome. It tastes awesome. You can put it in your water every day to support healthy immune function, and you can do it if you feel something coming on. It's protective against environmental threats, allergies, but where it really shines is in cleaning. And actually recently, a woman did a study for On Guard versus bleach on cleaning surfaces. So she put how many drops in a...
3 drops and 32 ounces of water.
Right. And sprayed that on the surface, let it dry. The On Guard immediately killed all the bacteria on the surface. She did the same thing with bleach. The bleach immediately killed everything on the surface. With, let's see, how many days was it?
I believe it was 7 days.
7 days later, the On Guard was still preventing
Bacterial growth.
bacterial growth. And for the bleach, within 10 minutes, there was already bacterial growth. So again, essential oils contain hundreds or more compounds. They're very diverse, and they're very effective at combating bacteria and negative biological things. That was an interesting way to say that. So yeah.
So yeah, it kills airborne pathogens too if you diffuse it. How did we miss the how to use essential oils slide? I just realized that.
Oh, well, you said let's just get right into it.
Yeah.
So from the survival perspective, On Guard is super essential. You need it if you have kids. It's really, really effective if you have a diffuser and you diffuse it in the house, because it actually will kill airborne pathogens. So if anybody in the house is sick, you can diffuse On Guard to help prevent the spread of those germs or that bacteria or that virus that person has. The other thing that's really awesome about On Guard, it contains a lot of oils. It's a blend, but it also contains clove. So if you are really in a situation, especially you've got severe tooth pain,
Yep.
The clove oil in the On Guard can be applied directly to that area to numb the source of the pain. So that's another.
So you would apply the On Guard blend to the affected area of your
Right.
mouth.
Right to the gums where that tooth is to,
Yeah.
to numb it.
Yeah.
So that's another amazing effect. I just think it's so cool when the
Yeah.
oils have such an instant effect.
It also is really effective at clearing out your gastrointestinal tract. So if you do suspect you have parasites or anything like that, especially if you are out in the wilderness situation, then taking On Guard internally will help to clear that area out. It also supports the urinary tract. So if you're having any sort of issues there, definitely want to utilize. I would say pretty much any sort of infection, On Guard should be your go-to.
Yes.
Okay. Did I skip one? Or was that yes? Okay. There we go.
Okay. Helichrysum. This is when you are out in the woods and you step on something and your foot starts bleeding and you really need to stop that flow of blood. This oil works within minutes. Its properties are so amazing. It's able to seal up the cut so that it not only helps the blood clot so that it will stop flowing, but it has an immediate effect on the skin around the cut to bring it back together, sort of, like a liquid bandage. And it's fantastic for any skin related issue like that: scars, wrinkles, stretch marks, like after you get the burns. And if you still have a little bit of scarring left over from that, the Helichrysum works.
You know what we do as soon as we get the burn, like from cooking, is lavender and Helichrysum together.
That is fantastic. Better than just the lavender and doing the Helichrysum later.
Yeah.
And it's great for bruising. So my son, he falls over, he's a toddler and walks into walls and is constantly getting little bumps and bruises. And the Helichrysum it's fantastic in supporting that blood flow so that it's not pooling up and creating a bruise in that area, and really helping the body to work the way that it's supposed to work. It's also fantastic for tension, massaging it into your temples or on the back of your neck. And it's a great cleanser, natural cleansing regimen. So if you're, doing any sort of like detoxing or anything like that, it's also a gentle oil. I love how many gentle oils that there are. Every now and then you get one that's a little bit spicy, and it's great to have so many to choose from that they're all safe to use, but that even if you've got a little bit of skin sensitivity, it's not gonna hurt you. In fact, it's gonna even help that skin sensitivity to be less sensitive.
Yes, definitely.
And then it's also great for your liver. So this one, if you're dealing with anything liver related, that it will help detoxify that and bring it back into normal function.
Have either of you had an experience with nosebleeds and Helichrysum?
Haley has used it for some of her nosebleeds, and she just when it starts to bleed, she just puts it right over the top of her nose. Okay. And I mean, it really works so much quicker than any other type of nosebleed preventative.
Yeah, awesome. Any other tips on Helichrysum before we move on? I mean, I agree. It's like liquid stitches, It
is. It's just a fantastic oil.
Seal a cut right in front of my eyes, and I didn't believe it.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a miracle worker. I would never want to be without that oil in a first aid emergency situation. All right, frankincense.
Frankincense. So frankincense is the king of oils. It is just so fantastic. It's a great, great immune booster, and it's so good for babies and their immunity. You know, like when babies are really small, it's hard to their bodies have a little bit of a harder time metabolizing the different oils, and frankincense is just fantastic for that. It promotes cellular health. So the greatest thing about the oils, and what Ali was saying earlier, is that their makeup is so small that they can get into your cell. So when it's in there, it's doing good work. And so to have something that can get in and work at such a base level in your body is great. I mean, you know, it's everything starts cellular, right? In your mitochondria. That's, you
Yep.
know, that's, and you want to be able to keep that healthy. And so what else? I mean, what else out there can do that? Not much that I know of. So it's really good for your skin. It reduces the appearance of scars and stretch marks, just like the helichrysum. Those two oils used together, they're great. Frankincense is great for inflammation. So again, when my son bumps his head and he starts to get the bump, so he gets the bruise and the bump, the frankincense helps with the inflammation, the helichrysum helps with the bruising. And it just is amazing to see these oils actually help your body support itself in, you know, in working the way that it's supposed to.
Yeah, that's so good.
So, and it's, you know, it's incredibly relaxing anytime you're in those stressful situations. But on this, like just a regular stress situation, lavender is great for, but those stressful, real emotional situations that kind of throw you for a loop, the frankincense is fantastic. It's, you know, a little bit of a grounding effect, but it's just a relaxing, at peace feeling. So when you're overwhelmed, frankincense is just a powerhouse of an oil.
Yeah.
And it's
And
great
now
for headaches
Frankincense,
as well.
yeah, definitely. Talk about that a little bit more.
So headaches are what? Inflammation. And so what better to combat that than with frankincense, which is the greatest for inflammation. I suffer every now and then from ocular migraines, and sometimes they can be painful, sometimes they're not, but even when they're not painful, they're quite annoying. And so the easiest way that I take care of this is putting just a drop on the top, on the pad of your thumb, and then holding it to the soft palate of your mouth for about 30 seconds. It's an interesting taste, but worth it. It, you know, like Ali said before, it goes through your whole system within 20 minutes. And so, you know, you're not in 20 minutes, but you're already putting it so close to the affected area that it's quick. I've had my migraines go away within 5 minutes of using the oil.
Wow. And
So,
what about it? What about frankincense allows it to do that, though? That makes it so much more special than another oil.
it's one of the only oils that can cross the blood-brain barrier. So it can get into your brain and start working in there as well. So not only does it get into your cells, but it gets into all of your big systems, all of the ones that you need.
Yeah.
And
Oh, we're frozen.
and just does its job. Oh no,
Yeah, we froze a little bit. No worries.
that's okay.
Yeah, so frankincense has got to be like one of the best ones for the neurological system
Yes.
because it has that ability.
Yep.
So I think definitely like paired with peppermint, you guys both touched on headaches there. Those would be a great pair for headaches. Peppermint, frankincense, and lavender together would be an awesome trio for headaches.
Yeah, and I tend to do, well, obviously not topical with the peppermint on the ocular migraines, but any other sort of headache, the peppermint topically and the frankincense internally is a fantastic combination.
Awesome.
Yeah. So survival situation, you're alone, deserted island. Come on. You got
I'm good with
yeah.
it.
So you're going to need frankincense because you're going to be going crazy. You're all by yourself. You've got
Yes.
your coconut buddies and everything, right? What if one of those coconut buddies falls off the tree, bumps you on the head, you got a concussion? Frankincense is going to be your number one need at that point if you've got the wherewithal to use it. Hopefully you will, since you've been using it all along.
Yep.
But it's helpful for it's helpful for trauma.
Yeah.
There's not an oil that's going to be more effective than frankincense for head trauma because it's able to pass that blood-brain barrier. And
That's what we did for when I got a concussion.
yes,
Frankincense under the tongue. And you can do that every day. You can put a drop of frankincense under your tongue every day to support just your cellular health, your neurological system, your immune system. It's even great for your respiratory system. When in doubt, use frankincense. And if you pair it with another oil, it actually is an amplifier of those oils. So it will increase the therapeutic value of the other essential oils you pair it with. So frankincense is always a must-have.
mm-hmm.
Okay, so we've got 3 more for you. So we have Zendocrine. Zendocrine is the detoxification blend with doTERRA. We chose this oil for, actually I kind of chose this oil because 2 reasons. When you're living in the world, you are coming in contact with environmental problems. So you're coming into contact with toxins all over the place. And that is not going to change even if you're out in the wilderness. Sometimes you're going to come into contact with natural toxins in the wilderness. Typically, in a daily life, you're going to come into contact with more synthetic toxins and things that you're not going to want to stay in your system. And so Zendocrine is kind of unlike any of the other oils that are on this list. And it's really, really good for your liver and your kidneys and your lymph system, and just pulling things out of your system that you don't want staying in there. So if you feel like you might have an issue with heavy metals, then Zendocrine would definitely be an oil to use to help clear those out of your system. You can add 1 to 2 drops into water and drink it. You can put it in a bathtub with some Epsom salt and coconut oil to disperse it, and that will help to pull toxins out of your body. It's also great for your endocrine system, but then it's also awesome for pulling poison out of bites and stings and things like that. So if you are outdoors and you've got, red ants all over you, or bee stings, or what else would be going on?
Even in an emergency, before you're getting
Spider bites, so you said, Jesse?
Spider bites, before you're getting heli lifted to the nearest hospital, it's great to have on hand if you get bit by a snake or something serious like that. Any kind of poison.
Why not?
Yeah.
We don't have any proof for that, guys. Just putting that out there. But why not? Right? So, Zendocrine, I don't have too much to say about it other than it's a great oil for any of the systems that are going to be expelling and processing things in your body. You guys have anything to add for Zendocrine?
Put it on your bug bites. It works.
Yeah, it does. I have done that before. And I like the taste of it.
It's also good for constipation. So this is an oil that would be good for your gastrointestinal system. So if peppermint isn't cutting it for you, and when you're out in the middle of nowhere, then try some Zendocrine. Okay. Next one is neroli. So this was an interesting one. This is a newer oil that doTERRA has started offering in September of 2017. And this is one that I really need to use more. And I always forget how many different uses it has and how powerful this oil is. Neroli is actually from the same tree as wild orange and petitgrain. So this is one of those plants that has multiple different essential oils in it, which is really cool. So neroli is from the blossoms of the bitter orange tree, whereas wild orange is from the rind of the fruit, and petitgrain is from the leaves and the stems. So I just love nature and how complex it is. So the reason I chose neroli, like I said, was because of its diverse uses. So you can use it for pain and inflammation. This would be one that would work well with frankincense or helichrysum or helichrysum, however you want to say that. Lavender, did I already say peppermint? Peppermint. So you can use it for reducing pain and reducing inflammation. You can also use this in situations of severe like panic or shock. So if you're in a distressing situation, pull out some neroli and use it aromatically. You can roll it in the palms of your hands and then take a few really deep breaths from the palms of your hands by cupping it near your face. So stress, anxiety, panic, shock, distress, any of those situations, definitely use the neroli. You can also apply it to your chest to support healthy cortisol and blood pressure levels. So if you are having any sort of like adrenal fatigue issues, or you're having trouble sleeping at night, or you just have low or high blood pressure, you can use neroli to help support those systems. You can also, did you want to say something?
Sorry, I was just going to say something just because of how you said high or low blood pressure.
Yeah.
And that's just one of the things that I do love about when the oils are supporting your body. You're not just going to use neroli if you have high blood pressure and something else if you have low blood pressure.
Yeah.
It's an oil that just deals with the blood pressure and making sure that it is what it's supposed to be for your body.
Exactly. Now, there are certain oils where you would only use them for lowering your blood pressure, but there are definitely a lot of oils that will help to just bring that back to a state of balance, and neroli is one of those. Yeah, so I love that. Like with all of the oils we've listed here, they're going to just help balance that system. So like peppermint, even if you're congested or you have a runny nose, it's going to help with that. So that's super cool. Okay, so you can also use neroli for reducing stomach cramping and intestinal cramping. So if you're having some GI upset, massage this into your abdomen. And then this is another oil that you can use to disinfect wounds, or you can apply it to areas of concern like athlete's foot or ringworm. So you're going to have quite a few different options in this survival kit for, wound care and GI upset and pain and inflammation.
Lady cramps.
Lady cramps?
Lady cramps.
Yeah, it's great for hormones. Definitely good for hormones and for women, all you ladies out there.
I have also used it as a chapstick when I couldn't find my chapstick. Mm-hmm.
That is awesome.
And it's really nice.
Yeah, because it's good for like damaged and dry skin. So that is so smart.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, last but certainly not least, I left number 1, most important, I think. Do you guys agree?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, number 1 most important for last. So this is copaiba. Copaiba is like neroli in that it was recently released back in September of 2017, and doTERRA sold out of a year's supply of copaiba in only a month. So this is a powerful oil. And I don't think anyone was really ready for how powerful this oil was, and that it was really going to take on frankincense, like head to head, toe to toe, like really going for it. So I think copaiba and frankincense, if I had to choose only 2 oils on a stranded island. That's
Stranded
a
Stranded on a desert island.
Stranded on a desert island. Thank you. Then I would go with copaiba and frankincense. But it was a tough choice. We went with copaiba this time. So copaiba is pretty much good for every single body system. It supports your cardiovascular system, your immune system, your digestive system, and your respiratory system. And the way that it works is it actually interacts directly with your central nervous system through the endocannabinoid system. So it attaches to a endocannabinoid receptor in your body and directly interacts with the central nervous system. And so it's a super, super, super powerful pain reliever and lowers inflammation that way. I would absolutely use this if I was in like a lot of pain. This would be the one I would pull out of my bag, and I would pair it with like frankincense or peppermint or lavender to bring that pain level down even more. You can apply it directly to the area that's causing you pain, or you can put a couple of drops under your tongue. Or if you have any empty gel capsules, you can put a couple of drops in the capsules, or you can just put a couple drops into a drink and drink that. Just no soda, guys, okay? Nothing like with sugar in it, because then we're just like minimizing effects of essential oils here. So get some good water or juice and put your oils in there. It's a powerful antioxidant, so it will help your body to remove oxidative stress. It will also help calm, soothe, and support the nervous system. And it's really good for your skin. Just some other, like, just to give you guys an idea, I'm going to just read straight out of my book right now, like some top uses for copaiba. I'm going to try to stay compliant. So let's see, pain and inflammation, muscle cramps, liver toxicity and issues, tendinitis, plantar fasciitis, and heel spurs. So that's something you might experience out in the big wide wilderness. Respiratory issues, sore throat, and tonsils. So like supporting that whole area. Let's see, intestinal infections. You can apply it to your abdomen or take it in a capsule. Fungal, bacterial, and viral infections. You can take it in a capsule or apply to areas of concern, or along the spine is a great place to put oils. Nausea, vomiting, abdominal pain, and bloating. These are all things that you would experience in emergency situations. It's also great for dry skin and hair, acne. I don't know if this is compliant. I'm going to say it might support eczema, might help relieve that. It's also good for wound healing and headaches and, pain related to head tension. It's really good for the reproductive system, and is also good for like sleep issues, sprains, bruising, burns, bites, blisters. So that one right there, that was like everything wilderness.
Everything all in one.
Yeah. So copaiba is obviously the top dog for our survival kit. Do you guys have anything to add to copaiba?
I mean, I think you covered everything that you could need help with. Obviously, we have copaiba.
It's a newer one for all of us, so I think we're still learning. Like, I didn't use it when I had a sore throat, and now I'm like, oh, I should have used it for my sore throat. So we're all experimenting with copaiba.
It was something that I did use when I felt a sore throat coming on. I put together a drop of On Guard and a drop of copaiba and just rubbed it over my throat, and my sore throat was gone within the day. And, so normally you're looking at about 3 days, right? If it goes longer than 3 days, we've got a real problem. But even those 3 days can just be the most uncomfortable. And so having the On Guard to boost your immunity, and then the copaiba to take on that immediate pain, it's life-changing, you're used to dealing with these things throughout, your life, and now all of a sudden stuff is easier. And it's just been fantastic for all of that. It's also one that I use, on my son when he gets the head bumps. So, because they hurt, like you run into a wall, it doesn't feel good. And while the helichrysum and the frankincense are helping the internal, to support that part with the inflammation and the bruising, the copaiba works immediately with the pain, which is really important with little kids.
Yeah.
It's much harder for them. They don't know how to deal with pain yet. And so it's just fantastic to have those tools to be able to just make things better for everybody.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay, so how do you get these essential oils in your home? It's only $35 to get essential oils in your home, to get these incredible products in your home, like in 3 days, $35. So the benefits of a wholesale account include you get a 25% discount off of retail for an entire year. There's no monthly minimum. There's zero obligation to purchase or sell or anything. You just get that 25% discount for a year. And if you would want to renew after the year, it's optional and it's only $25, and they send you a free bottle of peppermint, which basically pays for your renewal fee. So it is super easy to get these oils in your home, and it is so worth it for the value they provide. Like Jesse was saying, it's like opening up all of these doors you thought never existed. I know it's changed all of our lives to have these amazing solutions in our home, and to be able to change our habits into healthy ones and know that we have solutions. So with your wholesale account, you do have the ability to earn an income if you choose to share your oils or share oils with friends and family. And that's something that we can help you with if you are interested in doing something like what we did here tonight. And then you get your enrollment fee of $35 actually gets waived when you start with an essential oil kit. So we're going to go through some of those kits with you right now.
So the Natural Solutions Kit is my favorite. And how many of us are always looking for some sort of solution for something? And what better way for it to be natural? And so this kit literally gives you a taste of everything. It comes with 11 different oils that are going to help. You've got the peppermint, lemon, lavender, melaleuca, frankincense.
I think it's 13 oils.
Is it 13?
Yeah, with the past tense.
13 oils. The past tense is one of our really great blends also that for headaches. It's got a few of those essential oils that we talked about earlier in it. And so it's just, great for tension. It also comes with the supplements, and the supplements are life-changing. If you're on supplements right now, try these. It's the only thing that doTERRA will give you a money-back guarantee. Now, obviously, you're not going to get your money back if you get it with a kit, but you can know that they are so good, they offer that guarantee. And so this is just a great way to try them. It gives you some of our Deep Blue products and a diffuser and a holder for all of your stuff, plus toothpaste, shampoo, conditioner, and hand soap. Like, if you need something in your home, you can find it in the Natural Solutions Kit. And it's literally like Christmas. When you get this kit, you have a party because it's so much fun to open. People want all your stuff. So, but it gives you a little bit of everything so that you can get started literally on a life-changing journey.
Yeah. I was just thinking the other day, like, how hard it is to create a new habit, just in life, like in general with anything, and how hard it is to create a healthy new habit. Yeah. And what I learned was that you have to have things in proximity to you in order to create a habit. So like, if I don't have my oils near me when I'm first starting out, like, I'm not going to create a new healthy habit. If I don't have vitamins in my bathroom when I wake up in the morning, I'm not going to be creating that new healthy habit. I'm not going to be taking my vitamins. If I don't have like non-toxic hand soap ready to go, I'm going to use the toxic hand soap that I do have right there. You have to have everything in proximity in order to create a healthy habit. And so if that's what someone's looking for, is to create new healthy lifestyle habits, then you have to have those things within proximity and within your reach in order to do that. And I love that this kit provides all of that. It provides all of your basic needs, and that all of it is non-toxic. So all of it is safe, not just for you, but for your kids and your pets, like in case your pets get into anything too. So yeah, I agree that this is like the best enrollment kit. And then,
it really is.
And then do you want to talk about the 100 and free oils that they can potentially get?
Yeah, so the great thing about the Natural Solutions Kit, well, besides the Natural Solutions Kit itself, there are two other great things. One is when you purchase this kit and you place an order next month for 100 PV, you get 100 extra points in free oils. So, could you really ask for anything more? It basically brings down the price of your solutions kit. It makes it, a cheaper way to get started. And it starts you off at a higher percentage on the LRP program. So it means that while everyone else who signed up is going to get 10% back in points, you're going to get not only 100 points for free, but a higher percentage. You're going to start at 15%. Getting your points back. So the Natural Solutions Kit is, not only are you starting with better habits, but you're getting more than you're paying for with those 100 and free oils and that extra bump in your percentage on the point system. Yeah, it really is. I wish that I had enrolled with this kit. It would have jump-started my oil journey. And I think that I would have, it would have made a bigger difference sooner. I'm just so glad that it is available to people and that, you have the opportunity to really change your life with it.
Yep.
And then for those of us that want to start a little bit smaller, we do have other enrollment kits. So the Home Essentials Kit comes with the top 10, not the top 10 survival oils, but doTERRA's top 10 oils and a diffuser. So, really, you are set with this kit. You get the full 15 milliliter size, except for the Deep Blue, which only comes in the 5, plus a diffuser. So your whole house is already benefiting. It's not just you. You can bring this in and really make a difference in your home. It's got the On Guard oil, which works immediately. I had a customer tell me the other day that she just got the On Guard. She started diffusing it, and the cold that's been going around in their family for 5 to 6 weeks has already started to subside. And it's so great that you can have that that immediate help. As soon as these things get to your door, things are going to start to change in your home. And the one thing that I love, the other thing I love, the Family Essentials Kit, that is like the greatest travel kit in the world. So, talk about a kit to have when you are out there surviving. You've got the On Guard and peppermint beadlets to provide, just real quick internal help. And then you've got the smaller bottles that fit in your purse or your bag, that you can take with you anywhere. And, they're there for immediate use. So.
Perfect. And those kits, like we said, they come with the $35 membership. They actually waive that $35. So if you want to reorder sometime in the next year, you're going to get 25% off. And so it's so worth it to get started with a kit, and rather than just pay the $35 and add on a few oils. And so the last thing that I want to say is just, thank you guys so much for being on. Like, we honor you guys for taking this step and learning more about essential oils, or learning about essential oils for the first time, if this is the first thing you've seen. And we just commend you and wish you the best in your health journey, and want you to know that we are all here for you. If you have any questions, you can reach out to us. We'll put links down below, so you can get on and enroll with your new membership, and then there will also be a link for you to contact us. And as soon as you get your membership, we will get you added to our community. So we love our community, don't we?
We do.
We have so much fun. So many giveaways, so many free oils.
Lots of giveaways.
If you want something, come join our group.
Yeah. And if you would like to host your own online class or local class, we do have local teams in Florida, California, and Montana. But if you want to host your own online class, we do provide hostess gifts and free oils, more free oils, like we said. So we're super excited to connect with you guys. Thank you guys so much for getting on. And we hope that you have an awesome day or night or whatever, wherever you are right now.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.